Hey, hey guys, it's Wahima. We're gonna add Chris right now. Here she comes. Oh, there she
Hi.
is. All right, you guys. So, welcome to episode 7 of Say What? I'm Wah.
I'm Chris.
And yeah, we're gonna jump into it in about 5 minutes. So, if you guys see some flaking happening, I'm doing a 30-day peel, and I'm just peeling. This is what's happening right around this area. So how are you doing, Chris?
I think that someone's trying to hack into my Instagram, which is great. I got a lot of texts. And so then I tried to add two-step authentication, and I don't know where I'm at with that. So isn't that fun?
Yeah, go on ahead and
Yeah.
take a couple minutes to figure it out if you want to.
Well, I was waiting for a text from Instagram with a new code, which is how it's fun. And I haven't gotten that yet. So, but whatever. I mean, this is just Instagram problems and there's bigger ones to fry. But yeah, that's just literally what's happening in the last 5 minutes, which is fun.
Yeah, I mean, I have more questions for you, but I don't, I will wait for it.
I got a text. I can just tell you guys. I got a text saying, here's your Instagram link from like a number that's like 32665. So like not a whole number. So I was like, what the hell is that? There is like a history from this number of different things from Instagram and Facebook. And I was like, okay. So then I Googled what they said, and I just like, and I got a Reddit thread that said like, this is a scam. So I blocked the number. And then I went to Instagram to start the two-step authentication, but they're going to send you a code, honey. So then I had to unblock the number because I didn't know what was real, what was not, And so now I'm sitting here with like, I don't think someone got into my Instagram, or maybe not. I truly just think that perhaps someone tried, and I was like, I'm freaked out,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I get you. That makes sense.
No makeup on, as one can see. And even though you said that you are flaking, you look, I can't see what you're actually talking about. You look great. So it's not reading. That flake isn't reading, honey.
Thank you. It's all flaky right here.
Oh, okay.
And it's, yeah. So, the first time I did it, it tingled and it was annoying a little bit, but then it was fine. And then last night, I put it on. And for those of you guys who don't know, go to my Instagram, just call me Wah, and you'll see I went to a dermatologist, or someone who does cosmetic dermatology, and got a peel. So it's a 30, basically you put on this night cream, and it's not really a cream. It feels like when I put it on, it was a lower dose of, as you said, Chris, the peel. And then I put moisturizer over it because I was like, oh, she said you really need to moisturize your skin. And my skin was on fire. This skin is on fire. So I had to go rush and like take it all off. And I realized that maybe I'm just supposed to put a thin layer of the peel on and nothing else, because it was fine. And then I added the moisturizer, and then I was burning. And I woke up this morning with just peeling right here. So I was like, oh, this is what this is supposed to be. So I'm in the thick of it. I am in the thick of it.
Well, it's going to look great at the end. So, it's about the destination, not the journey, which is the takeaway there.
Yeah, especially with skincare. I'm not a pro at that. So I was just a little worried. And then I was like, okay, I should be fine.
Yeah. I'm giving you natural, honey, because this is like what? This is all natchy natch.
Natchy natch. Lynn J says, thank you, Chris Farah, so much for recommending the Forever Flowers. They are a hit for Mother's Day. Great. Thank you.
Yay! Rose Forever. Yay! Thank you so much for that, Lindsay. That makes me really happy. Yeah, that was a really nice situation where I got to be able to promote something for the first time on my Instagram that I picked something that that was sent to me and I loved, So that was really great. And I'm so happy. And thank you so much for supporting me in that way. But yeah, I have products I love all the time. So if I talk about a product, period, the end, I like it. I'm going to talk about a product today that I'm not gifted, but I'm into it, So So.
Oh, I have something I'm into as well, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I overlined my lips, you guys. So if you're wondering like what's happening, it's because I overlined them to make them look more luscious and
I
voluptuous.
am dead. Like, listen, Juan, I need to know this. Your recent makeup, and you're giving me what I've always wanted. And like, I think that you're doing it for me. Like, I'm dead over your look right now. I'm dead over everything. I'm dead of your lip color. I'm dead of the glow. I'm dead of like your hair, your wig. I mean, like, God bless. I'm 100% about it. It's like, I mean, I'm going to say right now, like, maybe one of my top 5 YouTube looks of yours of all time.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I'm like, I need you to know what I'm saying right now. I don't think you understand.
On that amazing tip, we are at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So let's jump in. Let's start talking about it.
Okay.
So, hey guys, welcome to Say What. I'm Waht.
And I'm Chris.
And this is episode 107. Again, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us. And this is our weekly pop culture show that we do weekly. And I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Before we get totally started on this, if you guys that are in the room, there's 33 of you. Hi. Can you please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, a little like? There's 31 people from YouTube and 2 people from Facebook. And we want to, invite you to thumbs it up. Thumbs it up.
Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. We got it slow. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up.
Exactly. Get that plosive going. Okay. So the first thing that we want to talk about this night is a website or an app called Raya. Let me just preface it. So I've never heard of Raya, but apparently I need to get on it because there are these 2 TikTokers, as they are called in the in the article that I read, who happen to have interactions with older celebrity men, right? And so the first interaction we have is Matthew Perry and this person that looks like this, a doll.
That looks like this. Wow.
I mean, but a doll, she looks like a doll. She looks like she's giving me Yara Eastern European vibes. Yes. She's
Yara's sex doll. She's a Yara real doll.
Yes, she's a Yara sex doll. Yeah. And so for those of you guys who don't know who Yara is, she's a character on 90 Day Fiancé, and I say character because she's a character. And so this girl, she's now currently apparently some kind of assistant to Hollywood people. She's like a Hollywood assistant, personal assistant. She says that when she was 19, 6 months ago, that she was on Raya and she matched with Matthew Perry. And so she just thought it would be fun. It would be a gag to go on ahead and just start talking to him. She knew that he was a celebrity, but he's 51, and she's never actually watched Friends because she's like an embryo. I mean, I never watched it either, but I do know how famous Matthew Perry is, right? And so she's just like, oh, whatever. He's just this old celebrity who wants to talk to me. Like, I'll talk to him. And the whole reason why she threw his name out there and put him out there on TikTok was because she wanted the world to know that these older men are just being predators to young women. She's like, it's not right for this man to come out and talk to me. I'm really young. I, however, am aware of myself, and I understand that this wasn't real, but what if there was a girl out there who did find it real, and just kind of this older man, younger woman thing is just kind of blah. And thank you so much for the super chat, P. Thank you so much. Love it. Appreciate it.
Always amazing. And Marie, you're the best. Can I just jump in and say, Christian, no, it's not Caesar's girlfriend. We're talking about Yara and Jovi. And then Wah, can you also put up Margot's comment, LMAO? I mean, who hasn't had an old white celebrity dude DM you at one point? Which I just...
The truth is, really, who hasn't?
I know. It was a great comment.
Like, Margot, Chris, in our 20s, I had like a lasting... I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name because haram, right now, he's not attractive. And like, no one under... like,
None of them are. Except, I mean, Ben not attractive. Matthew Perry's not attractive. And the person that you dated that I want you to say, but I won't because it's your business. But that person also, not attractive. Yeah.
Not attractive. Okay, but there's a swag about him, and how he picked me up was so smooth. Like no one has ever picked me up. Like I've never had a guy come on to me that smooth ever again. And it was like, I was 26, and he was 36. So that means that I was 24, because we're 12 years different in age. And it was so smooth. And then when I went to his house, it was so chill. And as like a 24-year-old who's like in the dating, he was in the dating world, like it was just really like hard for me to try to navigate that, because I was nervous because he was fucking rich. And like I like watched his work. Like it wasn't like I was like, oh, it's that guy from that movie. I was like, oh my God, you make him, you know? And
I was like, you're going to say it. I was like, what? When you said that, like, blobbity blue, I was like,
I still wasn't going to. And so I had like I talked to him from age 24 to like 32. Like it was like it was right before I left New York, girl. So it was longer than that.
Two things. I want to say two things. First of all, different thoughts. A, you got him at the best. When you got him, it was a different person that is now. A, 100%. B, this would be like a prime Patreon thing where like, if this is what content creators do this, where it's like, if you want to know, like join Waht's like top tier Patreon, and you just like tell people. Anyway, I don't know what I thought about that. I'm trying to think like, what, like, I mean, I can't remember, I'm sure I have, because at Real Food Daily and stuff like that. But Raya is a dating app that you have to be Instagram, like either super hot or like verified or have a bunch of followers or be the youngest, hottest thing in the whole world or be like Yara sex doll. One of those things. Like to join. It's very, very hard. So I'm like, Morgan's on it, but like she can't get me on it. Like, God bless. Okay. And so in this situation, this person was talking about Matthew Perry. Now the bridge to that is like there is two of these Raya story. So the one about this Yara, Matthew Perry's one, and then the other one is this other TikToker who kind of looks like the girl from The Circle that's like Australian or whatever, that girl, and she has one about Ben Affleck. Now Ben Affleck's situation is she matched with Ben Affleck on the app, honey, and then she decides to unmatch him, and then he goes on Instagram or whatever, sends her a video, and the video is basically like, why did you unmatch me? It's really me, Ben Affleck. Now, like, supposing, of course, that she matched him, not because like she's like Ben Affleck, I just wanted to see what's happening or whatever. Like, maybe she knew it was Ben Affleck or whatever, and just still was like, I'm good, Ben Affleck. I'm like coming to my senses. I was like drunk the night before, and this happened, and then I saw you, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, who knows what the reason why? But it's the audaciousness. Yes, Waht.
I know. So the reason why is because she thought that she didn't think it was really him. And so she then unmatched him. And so her whole TikTok premise was like, oh, that time I unmatched from Ben Affleck because I didn't know it was him. And so then she goes to her Instagram and she has a DM from him that's like, Navina, why did you unmatch me? It's me. And it's like Ben Affleck looking hot AF. Like Ben Affleck is only 4 years younger than Matthew Perry. But then like Matthew Perry looks like this, at 51 because of all the cocaine that he's done. And then like Ben Affleck still looks like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I mean, the video from Ben Affleck is not inappropriate. The girl doesn't seem like she's only 19. She put it out in like, not response, but she thought it would be like a fun trend, right? And so that's why she put it out after the blow up doll girl put it out. But the blow up doll girl, to me, it felt nefarious a little bit. It's like, she's on this dating app at 19. Like, why are 19-year-olds on dating apps? I mean, isn't it okay? Listen to me. To me, dating apps are a place if you're either super busy and you can't figure out how to get out of your house, or you are of a certain age and it's just easier to weed out. But I don't see any reason for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old to be on a dating app unless it's a specific dating app for 20-somethings. Like, otherwise, you're thrust out into this pool. And of course, you're going to meet older men. And if you engage, which she did, then you're like, I want to put this out there because gross men are old.
I understand what you're saying. Believe me, I understand what you're saying, but it's weird because it's like we'll never know what it's like to be this age at this time in the age of this media situation. And also her this app is also weirdly an Instagram app. It is a somewhat there is an obviously in a somewhat eliteness to it. So I don't know who this girl is in the sense of she's just hot and it has followers and that's why she got it. I mean, I'm not quite sure. You know, she definitely looks like she probably has a barrage of Instagram pictures that are, you know, filtered and I'm sure posed in such a way like the picture we saw that probably makes her look enticing in that way. But the other Ben Affleck thing, which we got a little peek of when Waht showed that, is Ben Affleck is in the news because as we know, J-Lo and A-Rod, honey, have gone bi-lo. Okay, that's horrible. However, we all remember because we're old that J-Lo and Ben Affleck, honey, used to be Bennifer, and these people are single now because yes, Ben Affleck cheated on Jennifer Garner with the nanny, honey, and then he like dated this young hot thing for a long time. They kept getting papped together. He's obviously not with her. I think her name is like Anna de Armas or something like that. I'm not quite sure. And then now he's single. Now she's single, and they went to a benefit together, Bennifer net together. I'm so sorry, but I love you guys. And she sang a song to her mom, but the song she sang was "Sweet Caroline," which is like a Red Sox anthem, and he's like a Red Sox fan, I guess, because you know. Boston. So people are abuzz and they keep hanging out. And I think there was even a pap picture of him coming out of her house like Wednesday. Woo! Wow.
So there was a picture of Ben exiting her LA home where she's staying, and everyone's like, oh, they're just friends. You know, they will always be good friends. And here's the deal. In 2002 to 2004, Bennifer was a thing. And it was a real thing that we all loved and we supported. Me, being me, we. The movies, shit. Them as a couple, hot. And so now she's 51. He's 48. He's going to see his ex. They've had relationships. Like after that, I think she was with Mark Anthony. And then she got with like whomever and married him.
They had babies.
Yeah, and had babies, like they both did. He was in a 10-year marriage in which he cheated, like whatever. So like if these two people who were engaged to get married almost 20 years ago want to fuck sometimes because they remember how it was and they want to see each other's punanis and dicoladas right at this moment, like come now. I'm sorry. I don't have an ex, but like there's very few guys that I've had sex with in the past that I wouldn't just be like, all right, let's see if it's gotten better. Like anything I had in my 20s, I'm like, all right, let's see. So like for people to be like, oh my God, I'm like, of course, like I can't even imagine, like, of course they're both single and they're both hot and they're both still relevant. Come on, that's Batman and J-Lo. I'm here.
Yeah. It's like Jenny from the Block and Batman.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. J-Lo doesn't want to date a nobody, you know, like.
Yeah, she can't. She's not going to settle for anyone. She hasn't been married since of Mark Anthony. Like J-Lo is not settling. If she, you know what I'm saying? Like she's like, listen, I'm still hot and I'm going to still play the field until I can. I feel like her and Halle Berry are both pretty much like, listen, we got our own money. And dudes want to fuck us. And we know that they want to because they tell us still. And we're in our 50s and we have several children. So I don't need to settle for you. And I'm like, I love to see it.
It is an inspiration, isn't it?
Yes. I love to see it. All right. Anything to say about this or Raya or anything like that?
No, I want to join Raya. I wish Raya would say yes to me, but at the same time, I can't. I mean, I hope that Instagram lets me back in my account. I mean, whatever. I'm not locked out. I mean, so we're working on it.
I really am like, why is this 19? That whole thing about the 19 or putting it out, talking about old men are disgusting and it's really whatever. I was just like, girl, then don't match with older men and keep it moving. So there. Anyways, like, oh, older men are out here. Yeah, girl, they are out here. And especially Matthew Perry, like Coke doing Matthew Perry, who like looks like the way he looks. What? Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is my favorite topic, which is Drake. Drake is so fucking fine, you guys. Look at this. Look at the symmetry in his face. Look at how like his beard is just so perfect. Look at his hairline. Sometimes he has like designs in his hair. Like right now he has a heart, not in this picture, but like currently if you look on Instagram, he has a heart. I mean, he loves that little blonde, big lipped, blue-eyed baby that he has, curly haired cutie. So anyways, Drake is coming out with a line of candles, and the gag is that there are a couple of flavors or names of it. Let me get the names together for you. But also, there are a few stores that if you order $50 or more, like on Postmates, you can get the candle that smells like him for free. You're entered, but you can't buy it. So these candles will be available on Sunday, on Mother's Day. And you guys, let me just find the name. Go ahead, Chris. Let me find the name if you have anything to say.
Okay. Also, you're gonna tell me, wait, do you know also the names of the candles, and also do you have what stores I have to order from?
I do. Continue.
Okay, great. Okay, so just side note is Drake, and then also God, Adonis, who is his son, does have those wide eyes. That's so interesting. New pictures of Adonis also came out on Twitter, and people, of course, are talking about what Adonis looks like because Adonis's mother, Sophie, is like a French, I don't know, French woman. I'm not quite sure if she has a different ethnicity as well as the French going down or whatever, but she seems to have a publicist. Why are you looking at me like that?
In my mind, I'm like, French people are white. Like they're not an ethnic.
I know. Okay, well, you're saying that because she also looks like, like Amina or Amira.
Into me.
Oh, I couldn't tell if she's like, like Amira is half Egyptian. She has a French accent, but like when you look at her, you're not like ooh la, you're like ooh Hamas, whatever. Ooh yalla, instead of ooh la la. That's my joke. Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah. Anyway, do it again. Rewind it. Do it again.
Okay, so like when you see Amira, you're like ooh yalla instead of like ooh la la.
Yeah. Good one, Chris.
Thank you. So in that case, so anyway, she has something else going on. So like, but like I'm American, but I have like going on. Anyway, God bless. So I don't know. So, but that girl has a publicist, honey, and she has bought into Mediateca.com because every time Mediateca.com has a story about Adonis, they always like throw in a bunch of stuff about like Adonis's mom, which is like, well, she started off as a video hoe, but then she became an artist, and her art and she also met the Pope. It's like literally that is the thing.
Information we don't care about this person that we don't care about.
I was like, the Pope met her? Like, how'd she go from Drake to Pope? Like, it's just such a dirty this woman is bet on, and she also got a nose job. But I mean, I think it actually was a great nose job. But like nobody's business. Yes.
Yeah. Did she get a nose job recently?
In the past, she did before the pandemic.
Okay, then yeah, recently. Because good for her. That was a good choice.
Yes, it was.
So the names of the one that smells like him is called Carby Musk, which I don't know what that means, but like I want whatever the fuck Carby Musk is, I want to roll around in it. And then other is Sweeter Tings, Williamsburg Sleepover, Muskoka, and Good Thoughts. Don't know what any of those might smell like, but I would like them. So this let's see. So where does it say we can get his anti? He began testing it in June. So there's this company in Canada called Candle. It starts with a K and there's no E at the end. You can also get it on Better World Fragrance. Jouse. That word I don't know how to
spell. To me. What is
Better World Fragrance? GOUSE.co is where you can purchase it, and you can start purchasing it on Sunday. And I know it's going to sell out, but like, can I just get it?
I'm so sorry.
House. It must be Better World. Okay. See, on Instagram it says Better World House, but on page 6 they spell it wrong. So it's Better World Fragrance House is where you can get it. And I just listen. Oh. Woo! Come on.
Can I ask a question, my love? What was the Postmates thing?
Oh, so the Postmates thing is that the one that smells like him, Carby.
Yes.
You cannot buy it. You have to. It's a part of a promo with Postmates. So if you order from certain places, I'll read it if you want me to.
Does it tell you what places I have to order from? And then do I get it immediately, or do I enter in a chance to get it?
It says
I will order whatever I need to order from pickups. Whatever. What is this place?
West Coasters can snag a candle by ordering from Nice Guy, Craig's, BOA Steakhouse West Hollywood, BOA Steakhouse Santa Monica, Katana, Tao, Blue Ribbon Sushi, Nobu LA, or Nobu Malibu. And so how you would do it is, nothing says that Drake has linked up with Postmates to launch his much anticipated Better World Fragrance House candles with a delicious deal. From Friday, May 7th through Sunday, May 9th, one of the coveted scents will become, one of the coveted scents will come free with any Postmates order of $50 or more.
Okay, see, this is what's horrifying.
Are you going to go to LA and like sit at your house and order Postmates to get that?
Do you want to come? You want to come?
I can't.
I know. I'm so sad because I'm in Newport Beach, and there is a Nobu in Newport Beach. And then when you said Nobu, you said Nobu LA, and then you said Nobu, and I was like, oh my God, here it comes. All I have to do is order Nobu. Oh my God. And then you said Nobu Malibu, and I was like, it like felt. I mean, my heart dropped. All those places are in LA. And yeah, I guess I could drive up to LA and like park my ass somewhere in order, but like that seems a little intense. More so than just me doing that here where I am.
It's definitely a little intense. Okay. So anything else to say about this?
Drake candles, no.
I mean, how could I have more? I love Drake. Okay. I want to smell like him. I want my house to smell like him. I want to support him and his million. Like, I feel like he's a poor man and I need to support his candle business. But the thing is, I need to look into see how much these candles are, because as Chris knows, I won't pay $68 for a little candle. Like if I'm paying money, it needs to be 3-wick or big. It needs to last me for months.
I understand you, but like for $7 for a candle that makes me feel like a queen is better than me like spending $5,000 on a Chanel purse because I don't have $5,000. But we can talk about this.
Yeah,
I have a little bit.
So Mickey says we call Adirondack chairs Muskoka chairs. Oh, what are Adirondack chairs?
Is this a different conversation?
No, the name of the candles is called Muskoka. One of the names of the candles is called Muskoka.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, Mickey. I just, I wasn't paying attention to words I never heard of. Sorry.
Ooh, look at this.
I know. I just saw it too.
Drake on top of me in a fantasy, of course, but also real life. He's cute. I mean, he's more than that, girl. I can't even say he just like, I don't know what to tell you. All right. So the next topic that we are going to talk about today is, there's a divorce that's happening in the world. And apparently it's really juicy and gossipy. So what happens is that Bill and Melinda Gates have broken up. They are filing for divorce. And it was not irreconcilable differences, but like basically the relationship cannot be repaired. And she is not asking for any spousal support, but he has given her like $1 billion worth of shares, just like some fucking stupid amount that is just like what are we even talking about? What are we talking about again here? But the thing that's the most interesting is that they then did an expose on one of Bill's best friends that he's known since the 80s, who he was actually in a relationship with. And this woman which I find to be interesting that they've like gone into this woman's life. It's a good thing she's a professional and she must have some kind of team that kind of manages her image, because all the pictures of her are giving me very 1992 nerd fashion. You know what I'm saying? She's like very nerdy in the pictures, but she's 5 years older than Bill. So Bill's like 70 and she's 75 at this point, and they've still been in contact. In fact, when he wanted to marry Melinda, he asked her, like, is it okay if I marry Melinda? Because they were such good friends and it just didn't work out between them, but they stayed together. Also, part of his marriage to Melinda was, hey, I have this tradition with this woman that I love. And so every year we go on a vacation. So can I continue to do that vacation with the woman I love? And Melinda's like, sure. And I'm like, listen, I'm all about adult relationships where people don't pretend like monogamy is the end all and be all and it's the only way. And if this was what works for them, and it has worked for them for the past umpteen years, and now she walks away so rich that she's like, no spousal support. That makes me so happy. What do you feel, Chris?
I love, first of all, while you have come into this Thursday with all of the information, I mean, just like, yeah, honey, you're painting such a good picture. I love rich divorces. Like the Jeff Bezos situation is so great because like he broke, well, not great, horrible for the family. And I feel bad about divorce. God, okay. But also from at this point, now that I'm talking about, also great because he like cheated on his like haram wife with Lauren Sanchez, who was married to like the head like the head of like in CAA or some bullshit, like some huge Hollywood agency. And then they're with together, traipsing around the world. Then her crazy half brother like sues them, and like there's so much drama there. But with this situation, they tried to make it seem like we got everything settled in an amicable way, kind of like how Kanye and Kim are like, we got everything settled, but like it's not super amicable, like in that situation. So I know when you were talking about who JLo would be with, I also feel like, yeah, Kim's not going to be with like a Joe Schmo, you know, whatever. God bless. We're talking about her being with Ben Affleck again. But in this situation, I heard also another little tidbit was when this information dropped, the family had decided they were going to go just be on an island together, like so they wouldn't have to answer any questions, Melinda and like the family. And Bill was not invited, but there was some loose ties, so they didn't announce it. I think it was in March, and I think that Melinda went anyway. And so there is supposedly also some animosity there, but it's just they're so rich. Also interesting that like it's interesting to me. Are you taking a picture in this moment? Oh, yes, she is. Oh, you are taking pictures. How dare you without even telling me, knowing I like to pose? I just have to like read your body to understand what's happening. God, you're a nightmare. Anyway, so as I was saying, in this, yeah, it's like the pandemic happened, honey, and a lot of divorces happened because people were just living together and realizing like this isn't for them anymore. And so it's interesting when like a long-term marriage and also falls in such a way. You know, so I mean, they have a lot of money they give out through the Gates Foundation all the time. You know, I wonder if she gets to just still do that. I hope that she just enjoys her life. Yeah. One whole thing that Anne, I think is the name of his ex-girlfriend, that was like, yes, you can marry Melinda. She seems like she can have the intellectual capacity to keep up with you, you know, which is what she knew that Bill would need besides a hot body. You know, the men, you know, they need a lot, you know, they need a lot of stimulation, I guess. Bill Gates looks like a Lego Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on. I mean, these people are grown ass people who are late in their years, you know, in their 60s, and I just want them to do whatever makes them happy. Like I really don't want to be all up in their business. And I wish them all the best. Cheers.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say about them?
You know, I want to see who's going to happen. Who's going to date Bill Gates next? Who he's going to date? You know, if he gets back together with his ex. Does his ex have now? The Ann girl, is she married? Is she single?
They didn't say whether or not she was married.
Interesting.
So I think she might be single. He might be able to like get back with her and live his life.
J-Lo, Ben, honey, everyone comes back. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just like Mariah Carey said. Just like Mariah Carey says, if you love something, let it go and it comes back to you like a butterfly. It was always meant to be. What?
I just think that, like, you know, when you have old lovers and you want to it's always the best because it's so comfortable and like hopefully they've gotten better. And if they haven't, then you can just walk away from that and know like, yeah, I'm good. I did want to talk about one other topic, and I don't have a picture for it because when I saw this post on Instagram, first of all, the picture was blurry AF, and I was like, why do they even have a picture next to this? And also, like, I'm deathly afraid of roaches. But the caption that I saw, which is why I took the picture and sent it to Chris, and now I don't know where it is. But I need to read it to you guys because the caption is the thing that is the most hilarious. Okay, so let me read it. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat grapes.
Gang members unleash 1,000 roaches into restaurant over unpaid debt. We're just gonna settle in and we're just gonna let this ride.
1,000. Now, I want to say, reading the comments on this post.
Okay. I'm going to read a couple comments underneath this post.
Oh.
First, I said this out loud, and my coworker was like, wow, that can't be in America. And I was like, no, I mean, it's the Bloods. The Bloods have gathered 1,000 roaches. They counted them. 1, 2, 3. So if Bitch Better Have My Money was a person, it would be these gangsters. According to Daily Mail, 4 men, 1 woman have been taken into custody after participating in an attack on a Taiwanese restaurant in Taipei called G House. Authorities have reportedly launched an investigation into 2 gangsters who threw 1,000 roaches into a food joint on Monday. Now, here's the deal. Like, I'm like, did you just go around? Did you go to like the dump and just count out 1,000 roaches? But then I was like, well, maybe it's like, you know how you can buy crickets? You know how Betty bought crickets? Like, maybe you can just buy roaches and you're just like, oh, let me get 1,000 of those. That is disgusting. And then my coworker was like, why 1,000? Why not just 400? And I thought of 400 roaches, and I was like, oh my God, 1,000 is too much for me to even begin to think about.
It's a lot, and I think they're a little, but I love that rush on.
I can't talk about how big they are. What if they're the giant flying ones?
I feel like people underneath are also like, at least it's not bullets, you know.
Yes.
But, I also think it's hilarious that it was like gangsters did this, and the name of the place is G House, which sounds like, you know, it's like now it's a G House. I mean, listen, they got the attention of the landowner. I mean, he should pay his debt. You got to pay that debt. You should not be. Also, don't borrow money from gang members.
Like, I mean, somebody was like, who counted? And that's the same thing I thought when I read this. I was like, who the heck counted to make sure that it was 1,000 roaches? And then somebody was like, on the comments, but where did they get the roaches? Amazon? So you guys, like, you know, should be going down in these other countries. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't happen here, but it wouldn't happen by gang members. And I don't think any American would think, you know what? Roaches.
No. But now that this is out there, I mean, I think that there'll be some inspo for other people.
So that was a silly, funny thing I think that happened this week. And let's move on to our very last topic. And that is Jody, who is married to Joshua Jackson. What's her name? Jody.
It's not Watley, but of course I want it to be.
Jody Watley. I want it to be. Her name is Jody Turner Smith. She details a one-night stand with Joshua Jackson. So she goes on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and she talks about how she is basically met him and had a one-night stand, and they just kept having one-night stands after that. They never stopped. They have a 1-year-old daughter now, and she says that she was at a party and she saw him, he saw her, and she pretended not to see him, and then all of a sudden she was wearing something on her shirt, and so he's across the party and he's like, hey, Detroit. And here's the deal. If Pacey were to yell, hey, red pants, hey, onesie, hey, lady with the house dress, I'd be like, absolutely. And I'd take the house dress off and I'd walk towards him. Okay. Pacey is all of my like late 90s fantasies. Like, why was it called Dawson's Creek when really everybody just wanted to be with Pacey because he was so hot, bro?
Yeah. Absolutely. What a gorgeous couple. She's a model, and she looks like a model. Just like
she's an actress too. That's what I know her. I didn't know she was a model. I thought she was just an actress. She's
a model actress. She's just really stunningly beautiful, and I love them as a couple. And you know, on her Instagram, she posts some pictures of him. She doesn't really post a lot of pictures of her child. You know, like, but yeah, they're. What a glamorous, elegant couple. And, you know, I think it's interesting because in this case, it feels like what she's saying is you never know when you start a relationship with someone, where it's going to go. And I think that maybe for whatever reason, when you meet someone, you kind of make certain judgments right away. Maybe there are defense mechanisms like protect your heart, that this is not a real thing. I'm not looking for a relationship, or maybe this is just a one night stands, so I can categorize it, compartmentalize it, and move on with my life, And I think there's a lot of reasons why to do that. Maybe we're also when you're like working like these people, and also very good looking, like, there's whatever hormones and things. But I would say, as someone who has struggled to be in a relationship, there was something a little disheartening about this for me, because I kind of felt like my one night stands had never turned into great relationships, like that's never happened for me, like I've never known what that's like. One night stands have always, or just remain one night stands. And if they fizzle into something that happens a second or third time, it's not a relationship that I like would have a baby with, but that's not me, that's her. So sometimes I think I'm just saying, like, it made me happy for them and somewhat envious of how easy it is sometimes for people to fall into relationships, so
Yeah,
that's how
I agree. I also think that she might have just said like one night stand because that's maybe what she thought it was going to be. And that's, like when you're out there dating, especially as a tall, dark skinned woman, I can get fetishized, right? And so a lot of times I meet people and I assume that they're attracted to me only because I am a genre of woman that they've never been with. And I don't feel as though like they're really into me. They're just into my type. And so maybe she thought, like, this guy is not going to be into me. Like, he's not the norm. Like, Abby, you not for real. So maybe for her, it was going to be a one night stand. And then he just ended up calling. And then they had sex again. And then he called again. And then they maybe had sex one more time. And then he called again. And then finally just rolled into something. But me too. I don't know that life. I don't know that lifestyle at all. So I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, me too.
Hot. So somebody brought something up in the comment section, and I've been kind of putting up the comment back and forth. Victoria, she wanted to talk about I don't know if you saw this, Chris, but there was a woman who was caught on camera, as all people are caught on camera, sitting out in front of her house while it burned. And what I saw was that there were somebody in the basement crying out, which is why I didn't want to review it. Because I felt like it was a little dark, but there's a video, and I'm like, of a woman, literally, you could see her front door open. She set a fire in several different places in the house, sat out in front of her lawn on a lawn chair, like, as the house was aflame, just going up. It wasn't fully engulfed, but it was like, you could see it from outside, and neighbors were just like recording it. Like, man, she's crazy. And I'm like, no, she's more than crazy. Somebody needs to like hold her down, like wait for the thing to come out. Is her name Victory? Yeah. Sorry, did I say it wrong? Sorry, Victory, not Victoria. Sorry, Victory. I didn't mean to say it incorrectly.
No, I first of all did not know that story, and that's crazy. And she's bananas, and they're just going to arrest her for arson or like that, or I don't know what happens. Like,
and endangering everybody on the block. Like, you can't just like set a house on fire and not expect. There's like gases and such. Like, it's crazy. Everyone on the block that's in danger.
Yeah, no, she's gonna have to pay a bunch of stuff. It's the dumbest thing ever, but maybe that's just, she's not in a place to make rational decisions, obviously.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, all right, you guys, let's move on to our last segment of this evening. It's called I'm Into It. So, Chris, what are you into this week?
Okay, so let me just tell you. I have two problems in my life. Oh, I have more than one. Oh, look how gorgeous she's giving you face. I got my second vaccine dose, and so I did to prep for that, because I've heard that sometimes you can have just like your normal immune response can be slightly elevated as it does its thing, but for 24 hours it can be, a little intense. So I got an IV for that, and immediately I just felt so much better, and it's it's a reminder to me that I'm constantly dehydrated and don't have enough vitamins. Okay, so I need to drink water and have more vitamins. Here's another thing about me. I love yummy gummy fruit snacks. Like, oh my God, like Scooby-Doo fruit snacks, or like, remember in the 90s, those little pellets, like in the strawberry, cherry, or grape ones. Like, I love a fruit snack, a jelly bean, like Mike and Ike's, whatever. So I have always been someone who has been on the lookout for the yummiest gummies for vitamins all of the time because they can taste horrible. I just went to Mother's and I was like, what's a yummy vitamin? This girl like made me, she's like, these are the best, you're gonna die. And she gave them to me and they were disgusting. I have to get the name for that because I don't want you to ever buy those. But I do want you to buy this. This is not gifted to me. I wish they would. Okay. I went to just like CVS and I tried these Nature's Truth melatonin gummies and they taste like candies. I mean, are so good. Now, what I did is I went on Amazon and saw that the same makers made daily multivitamins. So I just got them in the mail not nary an hour ago. I haven't tried them yet. I want them to taste as good as these melatonin ones. If they do, I will come back and tell you because then they'll be the best tasting vitamins of your whole life. And if you are someone like me that likes a yummy treat as well as doesn't have their vitamins in their life, this could be it. You just have to not eat them all the time. You can't have more than you're serving. But so far, a stamp on the Nature's Truth melatonin gummies. Now, just one thing about these. It's serving size, 2 gummies. And that gives you 10 milligrams. Personally, I think it's too much. I don't understand. You really don't need I think the perfect milligram is 3. However, I take 1 and that's 5. And I live my life and I'm happy about it. Oh, my love. What are you into?
So I went to a dear friend's house this week and that dear friend got me, bought herself an item and then also bought me an item. And these are Moxie magnetic eyelashes and it's just the half one. So I didn't put the whole strip. I just did the half and I didn't realize how much I needed this in my life until she got it for me. So I've been using Glamnetic. I'll go get the little cute little package that she gave to me. And that good friend, that good friend is Chris. You guys know somebody named Chris Farah? That's the good friend who gave it to me. And so, yeah, I am enjoying the look. Let me go get the box so you can see the cute little set she got me.
Yeah, I also want to know what the different, because I've never tried okay, so this is the Moxie Lash. Now, just so everyone here knows, I got these at Costco, okay? I'm obsessed with Costco, okay? I can't get enough of Costco. People are talking about Costco right now. Costco's beauty game is insane. They have creme de la mer. Like, it's bananas what they have there. So what's the difference between the Glamnetic ones and these for you?
Okay, so the Glamnetic ones are these. This is just the full one, right? So I have my lashes in here. They last me a long time because I keep them in here. And then I have the glue or the liner. Now I've had to, here's a pro tip. Don't use the liner as real liner. Use your regular liner to do your like cat eye or whatever you're doing. And then when it's time to put the lash on, just add a little bit of this in the area in which you're going to stick the lash to. And then you don't have to worry about it because this is kind of sticky. Both of them are. Actually, I ended up having to get a new one of these because I don't think that I closed it well enough. And it got gummy and weird. But this one is great. Like I got a new one. And as you can see, the tip is still really good. It's not all gummy. It's not all weird. Like it's fine. And same thing with like the inside of it here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now the cute little cutie that Chris got me is an Essentials Kit Volume 1. And in this, once you open it up, are the spaces for the 2 little half, the full one, and then this is a Q-tip swab, I guess, to take off the glue. And then right in here was the little, I guess I forgot to bring it, but that was the little glue. So it was this, but in here. And the applicator for that one was a little stiff, and I'm not sure how the liner is going to fare. I will give it a better review. However, I do enjoy the fact that they give me the little half options. Now, Glamnetic may have added a half option to their repertoire as of late, but the last time I purchased from them, they didn't have that. So that was really nice.
Oh, okay. So you like the fact, yeah, that's surprising. Okay. Did they wear better? Did they feel different than the other ones? Or
they don't feel different, but I'm used to having the full liner. So I'm used to having the full strip. So it's nice to have on this where I don't feel it at all. I honestly think that I could wear this all day and not get a migraine because I can't wear any amount of lashes all day. Like it's just too much for me. But I do not feel this.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Well, it was really nice, and it's I don't know, I was feeling it.
I'm so, and that makes me so happy. I'm happy that you're into it.
Yeah.
Um, I have a bonus thing that I'm into because of a message. Will you put up the thing that says about the mask knee? You know what I'm talking about?
Mask knee?
Yeah, look at the comment that's a lady talking about having mask knee.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So here we are. So this is what I've done, and I'm not a doctor, and as we navigate this world
Oh, you're
of
not a doctor?
COVID and life opening up. No, I'm not a doctor. Well, unless we were
Oh.
talking about like doctor, like self-care and just like pop culture. Okay. Now that this is how I feel. Now that I'm vaccinated, we've seen the things where it's like the vaccinated person can kind of like move around, right? Like a little easier or whatever. But there's still mask probates for people. And because you don't really know who's vaccinated and who's not. And I think that I'm going to, I know I'm going to go travel for July 4th weekend. It's the first time I'll be on a plane. I bought these from Amazon, okay? And you can wear them, you can see the ring light. You can wear them with glasses or without. And they're obviously a face cover. Now, if you have not been vaccinated, CDC would say it would be better for you to wear a cloth mask over your mouth. Okay, this is a face covering that like does have some side openings, but so does a mask, even though it does kind of like tilt in. I would, if I wasn't vaccinated, still wear a mask. But for me, when I found these, they are so comfortable and to me so much easier than a mask because I can't, with a mask, if I talk or if I chew, the shape of my face or how big my face is, it constantly moves. So to have to be on a flight for 5 hours in an enclosed space feels a little too intense for me, but I have to do it anyway. But since I'm vaccinated, this was the perfect option. So I want you to know these exist. And if you are like me or you want a different option, look them up on Amazon. They came 2 in a pack. Each one has its own little plastic cover. So I've already like washed it. Of course it could get scratched, but you could put them back in. They were about $27. So that was a 2-pack for $27. This is a bonus. I'm into it. It was more like, I also have been dealing with some mask knee or whatever. And so that was a good option for me because nothing is really touching your face. It's just like enclosed.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you like it, I love it,
I love you. So, wait, if you like it, I love it. So if I love you, then you super love yourself.
Yes. Yes. If you love me, then I am like fucking
in love with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. All right, you guys. So that is the end of our episode for this week. I really hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I loved the little things we talked about. We had a lot of funny things this week. So once again, you guys, if there is anything you want us to talk about, please email me at justcallmewaht@gmail.com and give me your suggestions. You could do it on Instagram. However, sometimes I don't, if you're not already following, if I'm not following you or have accepted you into my main bin, I won't see your message. So an email works great for me. And yeah, so this is my dear friend Chris. Let's do an outro, Chris.
Okay, my loves. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. I've just decided that I have an Amazon shop page or like an influencer page where like I put up the links of things I like. I will put the link of that mask. I actually will put up because I bought this also on not this one, but I bought the vitamins on Amazon too. So I'll put that up too. Yes, my love.
Send it to me because I will just add it into the body of this. I'll add it in the description box below because I too have it. I have a link, so I'm going to link my wig. So send it to me, sis. Send it to me,
oh my
sis.
God.
Send it to
yes,
me.
I absolutely will. You bought that wig on Amazon. You link it down there for people?
Uh-huh. Anytime I wear a wig, I link it. Except for last week.
Oh my God, I'm dead because I'm obsessed with that wig. Like, what if just next week you see I'm just with that wig on? Just like,
listen, this wig was cheap enough that you could go on ahead and do so. Just use my link.
I know, that's what I would. I'm going to make you like 15 cents. Okay, I love you guys. So yeah, I'm on. So I will do that. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, like I said, Chris L. Farah, as well as Clubhouse. I have a private Facebook group. It's called Vanity Farah. If you'd like to follow there, we do stuff during the week. Other than that, my outro. Do you want to do your stuff? Then I'll do my outro, and you do your outro.
All right, you guys have a fantastic week, and remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.
And take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art with your friends. I love you.
All right. I love you guys too. Bye.